I am Rogelio D. Acosta from BSN student. So, this video I am going to talk about the advantages and disadvantages of the different energy resources in the Philippines. So, what is energy? Energy is abundant and is all around us. The Philippines as a tropical land has the potential to produce a great deal of energy from natural resources. The existence of volcanoes and its geological conditions also explain why we are rich in energy resources. Hydroelectric energy. Hydroelectric energy is also called hydroelectric power or hydroelectricity. It is a form of energy that harnesses the power of water in motion to generate electricity. The Philippines makes use of two ways to harness water: power dam, storage or poundage, and runoff river. Whereas poundage makes use of artificial dams in order to store water, runoff river, or depends on flowing bodies of water like waterfalls. Hydroelectric power plants in the Philippines are found in Pangasinan, Benguet, Laguna, Isabela, Bulacan, Nueva Ecija, Ilocos Sur, Bohol, Lanao del Sur, Lanao del Norte, Bukidnon, Davao, Davao del Sur, and Misamis Oriental. So this picture is Maria Cristina Falls. The Maria Cristina Falls powers the Agos 6 hydroelectric plant, one of the several hydroelectric plants that harness Agos River. The power plant has a 200 megawatts potential capacity supplied by a water flow of about 130 cubic meters per second. Here are the advantages and disadvantages of hydroelectric power. Let us start with the advantages. 1. It makes use of available resources, no need to burn foil. 2. It does not produce pollutants. 3. It is more reliable than wind or solar. 4. Electricity can be generated constantly. 5. Water can be stored above the dam ready to cope with peaks in demand. And here now for the disadvantages, we have number 1. Dams are very expensive to build. 2. Finding a stable site to build dams is difficult. 3. It can cause flooding in many areas. 4. Summer drought affects water level in dams, which may not be enough to generate energy. So next, solar energy. Solar energy is used as a source of energy in the Philippines through industrial-sized photovoltaic plants within a country. The Philippines has a recently incorporated large-scale solar farms since country is geographically situated in a very region that receives a high quantity of daylight annually. Major solar farms within the Philippines are found in Batangas, Cavite, Pampanga, Ilocos Norte, and Cagayan de Oro. The advantages of using solar power are number 1. Solar energy is free, no need to burn foil. 2. It is non-polluting or does not cause pollution. 3. In tropical countries, solar power can be used to provide electricity in remote places. Are number 1. It does not work at night unless the energy is safe, stored in batteries. 2.
solar cells are very expensive. 3. It can be unreliable unless you live somewhere sunny.
So next, wind energy. Wind energy is like water moving air generates energy through wind. Turbines that provide mechanical energy through mechanical power. The turbines then power a generator to supply energy. Wind energy power plants in the Philippines are found in Ilocos Norte, Rizal, Guimaras, and Aklan.
The advantages of using wind energy are the following one. Solar energy, no need to burn foil. 2. It produces no waste or pollution. 3. Wind farms may also serve as tourist destination. 4. The land beneath can usually still be used in farming. 5. It can generate electricity for 24 hours for as long as there is enough wind. The disadvantages of using wind energy are the following. 1. Weather dependent. Wind may not always be available. 2. Building a wind farm is expensive. 3. It can kill birds if hit by the spinning blades. 4. It can affect television reception if you live nearby. 5. It causes noise pollution. 6. A large space in coastal areas are needed to accommodate windmills.
Next is a petroleum as a source of energy. The word petroleum is derived from the words petra, rock, and oleo is oils. Hence, it literally means rock oil. It is basically a mix of naturally occurring organic compounds from within the earth that contains primarily hydrogen, carbon, and oxygen. Petroleum is a liquid mix of hydrocarbons, and the advantages and disadvantages of petroleum takes us to two extremes. On one hand, much of our global society is bounded by the resource. On the other hand, we could be creating long-term damage to our planet by using this resource as often as we do. So, let's proceed the advantages of the petroleum energy resources. So, petroleum is extremely easy to extract. Number 2, it is a high density foil. And also, it provides a foil that works with our infrastructure. 5, it can be used in a wide variety of ways. And 6, petroleum provides a stable energy resources. And here are the disadvantages of the petroleum source of energy. First, combustion contributes dangerous gases to the environment. Second, petroleum's as finite resource. Third, the refinement process of petroleum can be toxic. Fourth, petroleum can be a trigger for acid rain. And fifth, petroleum transportation isn't 100% safe. And sixth, it is a commodity that is for political purposes. And next is the nuclear power plant. So, nuclear power plant is a heat water to produce steam. The steam is used to spin large turbines that generate electricity. Nuclear power plants use heat and produce during nuclear fission to heat water. And here are the advantages of nuclear power plants. One is the nuclear power plant is more economical compared with thermal in areas where coal field is far away. 2. There is no problem of oil transportation, storage, and handling and ash handling as in thermal power plants. 3. Manpower required for the operations of nuclear power plants is less. Therefore, the cost of operations is reduced. And 4. Nuclear plants occupies less space than thermal power plants, which reduces the cost of civil constructions. And the disadvantages of nuclear power plants is first is danger of nuclear radiations. 2. Problem of disposing the radioactive waste materials. 3. It has to be operated at full load throughout for a good efficiency. So, part load operations becomes inefficient. And 4. Capital cost of small size plant is very high. And lastly, the coal-fired power plant. It produces electricity by burning coal in a boiler to produce steam. And here are the advantages and disadvantages of coal-fired power plants. One of the advantages is reliability. Number 2, affordability. And 3, abundance. 4, known technologies. 5 is safety. And the disadvantages of coal-fired power plants. 1 is greenhouse gas emissions. 2, mining destruction. And 3 is generation of millions of tons of waste. And 4, emissions of harmful substances. So despite the shortcoming coal-fired power plant, boiler is still important for the power generations. The traditional foil combustion technology will be improved with a better performance to deal with the contradiction between industry and development of our environment. So those are the advantages and disadvantages